Hey, what's going on, guys? Mark back at my dad's house today on Mark's Aquatics. I've got a nice little box here, and inside it I've got some GoPro cameras. And what I've done is, I'll just show you now. That's just your normal bog standard camera there, 4K, little waterproof housing on it. But with this one, I've had my little laser cutter out, and what I've done is I've actually cut out these little rings, if you can see there, look, little rings, and I've made those on the top, and I've put some snap links in those, so that camera now is going to hang on those snap links off of the rod. We're going to lower that down under the water. I've got another snap link here and one on this side. Now what I'm planning to do, if all goes well, is put two bits of line on there going down to some feathers, so hopefully we'll see the mackerel attacking the lures and bringing them up, so we should get some pretty good underwater footage, hopefully, if I don't go down too deep and pop the camera. So I know I've only got about so many meters I can go down with this, but they're normally quite shallow where they feed, so it's a bright sunny day, so we might have to go down a bit further. But hopefully I can get you some footage on there of catching some nice mackerel and maybe a couple of small pollock if we're in shallower. So stay tuned, and I'll see you out to sea in a minute. Right guys, we are now on the boat. All the rods are up and about there. Skipper's in the wheelhouse. Engine's fired up, blowing some water through nicely. And we've got also some pots on board as well. So we're going to have a go at, we're going to bait these pots up. We caught some mackerel the other day, which I didn't show you, which we salt in for bait, which is in here. Look at those guys, stinky, nice and stinky to catch lobsters and crab. So we put them in salt, and that sort of marinades them a little bit. Hey, old dad there, love him. He's getting on, but he loves coming out in the boat. He loves coming out. Here's a nice little view of the harbour as we're going out. Some of the other fishing boats. That's my brother's boat over there, that nice one there. It's an ex-military boat with 230 horsepower outboards on the back, which we're going to try and get out in at one of these stages and do supersonic speeds, which will be good fun. So there we go, we're creeping out the harbour now. We've got some of the cargo boats out as well. Here's some of the other local fishing boats as well. A friend of mine's dad owns that one. A guy called Raymond Godian owns that one. And there's the local lifeboat just out there, which hopefully we won't need today or anytime soon. But it's nice to know there's a great crew on the island that skipper and go out in all kinds of weather, obviously risking their lives to risk and save other people. So hats off to them boys and girls. Look at that. Beautiful. People waiting to go out, getting the taxis out for their people getting taxis out to their yachts, taxis getting from their boats to the island. Lovely sound of seagulls all around. Couldn't be a better place. We've got one of the local sand boats here, I think, unloading sand. Even though we're surrounded by sandy beaches, we get the shale imported because we haven't got a lot of that here for building purposes, so a lot of that's brought over from the UK. That's my mate Dave's boat there. There you go. That's his little fishing boat. Him and his brother run that beautiful little boat, and they go out and catch all sorts throughout the year, not in just the good weather but in some nasty stuff as well. So lovely to see them still fishing away. There you go. There's a better view of the lifeboat there, and there's the pilot boat over there. It's a little bit windy today. It's not going to be super calm out there. Tide's on the way down, so it should get a bit calmer as the tide falls away. But we'll get out there and I'll get this camera under the water. I'll show you a little bit of that once we've set it up and how I'm going to do it. As we get out there, we've got to do these pots up as well, because they haven't been in the water for a couple of years, so the meshes are a little bit rotten, so we're going to have to do them up with a few cable ties. And I'll try and stick a GoPro in this one and stick that somewhere shallow and leave that for a few hours and see if we can get any nice footage of some nice fish and little things going in after some bait for you guys to have a look at. Okay, right, I'm going to get back to you when we're further out onto the fishing grounds, and we'll see what we can catch on film for you. All right. Right guys, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pass this camera over to my lad. That's Noah.
Hello.
Hello everybody. And he can film me now chucking the pots in the water and setting them, and then we're going to pull them tomorrow or some point in the next couple of days and see what we got. So I'm going to pass you over to him now, okay? Got a nice stinky bait. If you had smell-o-vision, you'd probably be sick. Got Dad in the wheelhouse here, he's going to tell us when to throw away. He's looking at the sound of it. You can just see the bottom and see the box down there. They want a nice rocky area, so they don't want to be setting it over sand. So he's looking for where the rocks are under the water, and then he'll give me a nod and I'll throw them over the side.
Eventually.
One of these days. Today.
It is.
Yep. The next stinky pot. And away she goes. And the last bobber. That's it, all shot away until tomorrow when we can pull it and see what we caught.
Just me and my guitar.